Greetings. We are pleased to come together with you in your space-time and discuss Creator Manifestor energy. This is quite distinct from the Manifestor energy you have come to know through gene keys and human design. Manifestor energy is an energetic codex which lies inside all human beings, for it is a fragmented representation of source energy, as is lying dormant or active, or somewhere in between, within their gene helix. We are not wishing to place too much emphasis on DNA activation, for this feels rather abstract as an idea, and the course of action and release that is required to activate DNA is different for each being. Nevertheless, when you are active in your manifestor energy, more of your genetic coding has been brought online. How does one bring coding within DNA online? One first realizes there is DNA available to be brought online. This means acknowledging and accepting in loving kindness that you have been, in fact, limiting yourself to a greater or lesser degree. This is not bad, it is human. This is a path that you are on, to recognize that the array and vastness of resource that lies within you is unfathomable, and you are under your own direction, questing to retrieve from silent pockets and dusty forgotten corners that which is yours, and that which amounts to more than your mind, body, being, or practical nature could stretch to understand. In this channeling session, we wish to share with you what it means to bring online your creator and manifestor resources. It's not a complicated fact to learn what is necessary, and perhaps you will see that you are and have activated more than you initially believe. Let's start here. The first cornerstone, shall we say, of manifestor reality is that of relating, loving, connecting, and understanding from the heart. We feel there may be a drop-off in listeners, even at our initial shares, and we would caution you to not limit or sentimentalize what it means to be active and embodied in the heart. We as a Pleiadian nation are absolute in our connection from the heart. Whilst we do have the resource of the intellect to help with more mathematical conundrums or precise evaluation in certain limited circumstances, on the whole, we think, feel, create, love, and commune from the heart. The heart is our creator because the heart is a frequency embodied that most closely resembles that of source. If you long to know your creator, the single best way, we feel, is to find that gateway from and through the heart. The third eye helps with the seeing, the sacral with the creator energies, but it is the heart that fuses it all together that brings meaning and cohesion to every thought, impulse, desire, action, and result. We should like to say that the first sign that you are activating into your creator energy is that you are missing, as in yearning for, this connection, that deep, poignant, connected, belonging space of the heart. And the more advanced along this path will miss consistent connection along this path of the heart. And the more advanced still among you, who have seen the many varied and intense, possibly overwhelming rewards of heart embodiment, will be grappling with the fear of losing this connection through over egotizing its use, or turning it wounded because it serves to get or manifest so well. The second sign that you are moving into the activation of your DNA to manifest and create is that fewer and fewer situations, experiences, frequencies, concepts, items, or indeed people are capable of exerting power over you. What does this mean is happening on an energetic level? It means you are releasing attachments, and you are only allowing the eternal and unconditional attachment of your own creator and the aspect of that creator which you represent in your fragmented soul self to inform, guide, and activate you into action, or in fact animated movement of any kind. You are therefore placing connection to your soul above any other connection that is possible to have on this planetary surface. We mean this sincerely. It is once again easy to dismiss this. The mind gets it. Yeah, connection with your soul. Got it, what's next? But are you truly doing this? Connect with your soul means letting people down. It means saying no. It means saying yes where others might frown or flinch. It means walking your own direction in this reality, even if others might thoroughly and completely abandon you for it. It is a painful road to extract yourself from attachments, and to be clear here, we do not mean isolating yourself or deliberately affronting others or being contrary. We just mean that it becomes an inescapable impulse to never, ever betray your highest truth, even when it literally makes no sense to you or to others for that matter. It's an abstract, blind faith path that you often have to walk, as the rewards that are peppered along it can be few and far between, and the cohesion of its true purpose might never be revealed to you while you live and breathe in this lifetime, though, nevertheless, you remain faithful to its asks and urges. If you are stepping into creator energy and manifestor beingness states, more and more you will find yourself doing what you have never done before, no longer settling for mindless responses, questioning how you've always been, opening to abstract, odd, or mind-bending choices and behaviours, no longer letting personal truth equate to selfishness. Those are beliefs of an older time, an older self, or simply someone else's who hasn't claimed the path of truth for themselves and wants you to sit in the misery with them. Those further along this path hesitate less, come to see patterns in the behaviours, manifestations, trials and tests of the universal consciousness, and smile softly as they step in. It's an art, and they are in to master it in this lifetime, so they don't forget when they return. It's a skill, it's a psychological unravelling, and it will be the greatest decision to surrender that you have ever made. The final indicator that you are stepping into creator manifestor energy is to surrender into artistry. We feel this will be the most aching, bleeding aspect for many who have tuned in this far with our transmission, for they will see just how much their modern world has bent, shaped and misshapen the artist's flair that rises like a surging tide within them. The artist longs to create. Allow us to truly express and emphasize what we mean by this. You are a fragment of our creator, the creator that has made stars, galaxies, universes, multiverses, dimensions beyond physical comprehension, and microverses that exist within atoms, electrons, and spaces too small to possibly comprehend, and yet life, creation, exists within there. This vast intelligence of the whole universe exists inside you as an entity, in some respects as it's conscious, and also as an energy with an impulse to make. You are born with an impulse to make. You simply will never be able to move beyond this, and yet you live in a world which seeks to contain, define, bucket, pigeonhole, and essentially understand what you are about, so that no more resources need to be taken up with trying to make sense of you. True creator consciousness realizes that art is here to break the confinements of such limitations of consciousness, which express through the lens and therefore behaviors of others. And so true art, on the whole, tends to be unrecognized in the lifetime in which it is created, because the confinements were broken beyond, so that the next generation is able to appreciate this art as their consciousness has been gradually broken open to understanding the true activating qualities of previously unexplored corners of themselves. The true artist leaves themselves open to being unrecognized, unappreciated, and largely unseen by those in this lifetime, or at least until they thoroughly let go, and others in their space-time do so too, bringing forth their own medicine, stretching the boundaries of what's artistically acceptable to the collective. And so your creator manifestor energy is thoroughly awakened when you move beyond your childhood notions of being seen, valued, celebrated, and therefore only allowing the impulse to create to come forward when such energies are forthcoming from others. Your impulse for artistry is personal. It's an impulse you would have if you lived in silence in a vacuum. It is simply a part of who you are. As you ascend into your true manifestor creator energies, your artistry is felt, and perhaps deliberately pushed beyond the borders of this reality, the already discovered confinements of what's appreciated here and now. Within this, there is an understanding of being met by others, the collective, the manifestation of reality through the collective, with silence or even resistance in this space. Your authentic art will push energetic, physical, or spiritual limitations because that's what art does. Your art will push beyond what's known, what's always been. It's often simply not liked, not elevated by others' voices manually, or platforms or technology that exists, which represents the event horizon of current consciousness, simply because there's not yet been a possible definition for what that kind of artistry is. Nevertheless, you flow. You flow, you open, you create, you meet the silence, and feel the reverberation of your true artistry echoing into 2080, 2090, 2100 or more. Peace is found in the heart from this place as there's an understanding of what's going on. An acceptance and a love, a non-resistance, flows through you as you open to create, feeling future souls yet to incarnate thanking you for this work. And so what does this mean for the true manifestor creator energy here? Time, space borders and presenting realities of what impact means are transcended. You can just as easily create content for someone who will see it in 2050 as you can for an algorithm that values something that lasts 24 hours before it commands more. There is a slowness to your creations, a trust in your movements, a savouring or rather correctness to your artistry. It's neither rushed nor obsessed over, it just comes out, just right, just enough, just in time, absolutely in trust and understanding. We do not wish to wax lyrical about this, for we could share this in many varied ways for you to understand, but we feel it is our duty on this channel to share with you what it means to orient to the context of your reality, to understand the true energetics that are at play, so you give yourself permission to thoroughly sink into the surrender of your next evolution. We have so much more to share here, and we intend to share our wisdom further as we express into the softening and trust of your heart. With earnest regards and a felt sense of wonderment for your journey, the Pleiadian Council of Light.